Someone out there right now is making more than $20,000 and they're just filming themselves power washing driveways. Another person is pulling in $15,000 a month flipping free couches they found on Facebook Marketplace. And there's a guy with a GoPro that straps it to his helmet, cutting down trees, and just bought a new house with his YouTube money. These aren't get rich quick schemes. They're weird, specific, and honestly, some of them are actually kind of boring, but they're real businesses. They make real money. And the craziest part is you can start these over a weekend if you actually want to go ahead and make some income. Now, in this video, I'm going to show you the 5 most bizarre and weird ways that you can actually use to make real income online or in your area. And before we dig in, if this is your first time seeing me, make sure to hit subscribe for the new videos that I'm putting out every week on how to earn from anywhere. Now, the best way to describe this first one on the list is just oddly satisfying. I'm sure you've been on Instagram, TikTok, or even YouTube, and you've essentially been mesmerized by some sort of video. It's so weird, it's so bizarre, and that's exactly what I'm talking about. These videos get a lot of views, a lot of retention, and people just want to stay until the end. What I'm talking about is like the general cleaning videos where they're either cleaning a driveway, maybe they're cutting down bushes, grass. There's a lot of these videos that just use pressure washers to clean garbage bins, driveways, trash cans, whatever's dirty, and it kind of shows you that before and after makeover. And the reason this works is our brains are literally wired to find transformation content satisfying. Watching something go from disgusting to pristine triggers a dopamine response. This is the same reason that these weight loss commercials, the before and after somebody lost 50 or 100 pounds, they perform so well because they want to see that transformation. From something that's not satisfying from one extreme to the next is really going to hook people's attention, and it's the reason that people stay and watch the entire video. They want to see that payoff, but most importantly, they want to see some of the interaction on what goes on from point A to point B. Maybe there's some problems. I've seen some of the videos where the police get called in the middle of the video, or something breaks, or they find like some snakes or spiders or whatever. Whatever that is, they've got this element that keeps people going to see what happens towards the end. And so the great thing about this is you don't actually need to actually go out and do the work. You can. That could be another whole business on its own where you actually get paid to clean up these dirty spaces. But a lot of these YouTubers do it for free and they just film the content. But what I suggest is, one, you either find a landscaping company that you can actually run their social media channel for and get paid income. Basically, what you do is you just say, hey, I'm going to follow your team along. You don't have to do any of the editing, any of the filming. They won't even know I'm there. Or any of the profit or revenue that comes in through the channel, I keep a percentage of that while you get the rest, and it's going to be really great for business. We'll be promoting your business in every single video. I think that's personally a great win-win to start off, and it'll get you up and running really quickly. You choose a few of the most dirty places that they're going to pick, and you just film it, go in, create the videos, edit it, and then you upload it to the channel. You can own the channel, or you can work with the company to upload it to their channel. Again, there's a lot of ways to really do this, but you can reach out to power washing companies, landscaping, deep cleaning, lawn transformations, aquarium cleanings, or even detailing really dirty cars. Now, I've personally seen these businesses and YouTube channels sell for over hundreds of thousands of dollars because they set it up. They've got a system for how they can keep making these, and they're able to monetize it through affiliate, AdSense, and other ways like sponsorships for other companies that want to get in front of that audience. I think the best way to do this is just start off trying to pick one sort of niche, whether that's power washing or landscaping. Find a business that's in your area, strum up some deal with them where they don't have to do anything extra. You don't want to create more work for them, but you need to have some upside for the company to actually get involved. Reach out to 5 of these companies, have one of them agree, and then just put all your focus on that until it actually takes off. Eventually, you'll have a portfolio and some sort of track record, and you'll be able to go to companies with sort of a structure that works for both of you. The idea here is to find something that's a win-win for you and a win-win for them. And typically, that's going to be bringing them in more clients, is going to be the win-win situation for them. And for you, you're going to get paid to actually do this. As someone who's moved around the world, there's one thing that really surprises me, and it's something I learned when I was actually working for Wells Fargo on the trading trading floor. I started making more money actually flipping furniture and stuff online than I was making at my day job. And I get reminded about this every few years when I make a move to a new country and I sell off some of my stuff. It's crazy how well some stuff sells on Facebook Marketplace, and there is a really big business model by flipping furniture or items that you find on Facebook. So hear me out. Here's the process, and here's how you can make $5,000 to $10,000 just flipping random stuff that you find on Facebook, Craigslist, or whatever marketplace out there. Now, the great thing about this is you can actually just test items on Facebook and see what actually gets a good response. And so what you're going to do is you're going to upload 5 or 6 different items that seem to be pretty popular. You need to find something that has enough margin where you can go ahead and actually make some good money, fix things up, and then resell it. If you guys like that part, you're going to love this. I'm giving away my best-selling book for absolutely free, and here's how you can get the audiobook in just a few seconds. Inside this book is the same techniques I've used to work abroad in paradise in more than 100 different countries. And the best part, this strategy hasn't just worked for me, it's helped hundreds of thousands of people earn more, work less, and travel the world. I'll leave a QR code here where you can get the audiobook for free with a free 30-day Audible subscription. The hardest things to typically sell are going to be the bigger items. Think couches, beds, mattress, furniture, because people don't typically have a truck or moving van to get this furniture, and that can actually be your advantage, where if you have a truck or some sort of car, or you can just rent one whenever you're doing this, you can basically pick up some of these items, but it doesn't always have to be the bigger, bulkier items. One of the biggest responses that I've seen on Facebook Marketplace was a dumbbell. Because it was heavy, because it was a little bit expensive to order online, people were able to buy this and literally got hundreds of messages for a dumbbell that I was looking to sell. And honestly, we were just going to put it out or give it away for free, but I was like, hey, let's take a photo of this, put it on Facebook, and see what response we get. And the response was crazy, and this is essentially what you need to do. You need to post 5 to 10 real photos of stuff on Facebook, see what the responses are, and then you just double down on that sort of niche or industry and figure out a way to buy these items for less than you sell it. Figure out something that you can fix up, you can make it look better, get better photos, and then figure out a faster way to sell this. Now, the great thing about Facebook and these other marketplaces is you'll eventually learn how to actually sell these items, and you got to be super responsive. Say that you can actually meet in public, or you can actually deliver stuff if you're able to go to that area. But in general, this can be a really good way to actually sell some products in. And if you find something that's valuable, you'll be able to bulk order these items and sell them new on Facebook. It doesn't always have to be a used item. You might be able to order in bulk from overseas and then just sell them online to your local Facebook Marketplace. Now, if you want something completely online, you don't want to go to landscaping, you don't want to go on Craigslist or Facebook, this is a great option for you. And it's just finding a very micro niche on YouTube and creating content for that. You don't have to leave your bedroom. You can stay in your parents' basement if you want, but it can be a really good way to make money online. And I've seen a lot of big YouTube channels. I've helped broker those deals, and I've seen behind the scenes, and I've personally bought and sold multiple YouTube channels. It can be a really good business to start. And so there's a few ways to look about doing this. Is one, option A, the fast way, just buy a YouTube channel that's already profitable and then figure out a strategy to increase uploads, make the content better, and then just grow and scale it that way. But if you want to start from scratch, you can just do your research, find some niche channels that you're actually passionate about, something you like, and figure out a way to improve that niche content. So what you do is you find 5 competitors in that niche or industry, and you figure out what's the gap. Read all the comments, read what people like or dislike about that, and then start creating content for that sort of industry. And it doesn't always have to be talking head. You can find some industries where you're just cutting together B-roll using voice actors. And again, I would shy away from just pure AI content because I think it's going to be a hard struggle in the future where people just aren't really wanting to consume that long term. And if they do want to consume that content, the problem is a lot of advertisers don't want to advertise on AI slop. So you need to figure out something that's actually going to be a real value to the community. And one of the niches I love to share is just the chill hop or sort of background music. And what you can do is you can pay a composer to create this music for you, and then you basically get the royalties to sell and use it on your YouTube videos. There's a few really cool ways to find a way to do this, and you can look at thunderstorms, sleep sounds, ocean sounds. And again, this can just be finding a sound recording, uploading a 10-hour video to YouTube, and then getting it monetized. There's a lot of ways to do this in your niche, and what you're looking for is something that people are going to consume a lot of content. They're going to watch 8-10 hours of these videos, and it's going to give you a lot of spaces to put ads on them. Now, there's so many cool niches. You just got to figure out what you're passionate about, test a few things, and you'll be up and running in no time. Now, this one's definitely a weird one, and it can be something that can get you in a little bit of trouble if you don't do it correctly, but there is a way to do it correct. Now, what I'm talking about is selling weird digital products. Now, I know this sounds generic, but until you realize what people are actually selling, somebody's making over $40,000 a month just selling AI prompts for real estate agents. Another person built a $50,000 a month business selling Notion templates for college students. There's women selling dating message scripts for guys who don't know what to text, and she's pulling off 15 grand a month. Again, there's a lot of great ways to find these niches and power them with AI to sort of fuel these sort of weird niches that people need help in. Now, the more money you're going to make is going to help solve bigger problems. For example, if a business is needing help with leads or making money for sales, these sort of scripts or sort of help is going to make your job a lot more profitable. The people who have a little bit of an annoyance, they're just not going to pay as much to solve those problems. So I love the phrase solve rich people's problems because they pay more. And again, that's something that you can definitely consider as you're going through all of this. Now, last but not least is another weird one. And I saw this in Japan for a few videos that people are making money just being your friend for a day. And I think this is something that would do well in just about every major tourist city, where instead of a guide, it's just like, hey, I want somebody cool to hang out with. I'm traveling. I want to go to 1 or 2 nice places and have a custom itinerary. And I don't want a guide to just tell me boring history. I just want somebody who's cool to hang out with, maybe take me to a party or some local spot where they're going to be going. And imagine this, that you're just hanging out with a local and kind of going along with their weekend plans. That is something that I think would do really well. And depending where you live, this could be as easy as setting up a Get Your Guide or TripAdvisor profile, setting yourself as like, hey, I'm your friend for a day, your local friend in X city for a day. And you can take people to some of your local spots, introduce them to some of your local cuisine, and just have a really good experience with them. You can figure out some things that they want to do, like maybe they want to take photos, maybe they want to try some underground cocktails. Just figure out what sort of interest that the person has, and you build a custom sort of day around for them. This can be a really good way to meet some new interesting people and get paid to do it. And being a friend for a day can pay really well. Now in Japan, they've got a lot of different situations and even companies that specialize completely in this, where you can hire a friend for a day or even a boyfriend or girlfriend for a day. And it gets a little weird, but that's the name of this video, and it's 5 weird ways to make money. If you've seen some weird, interesting ways to make money online or offline, leave a comment below. And I'm going to leave another video up here that was hand selected for you. And if you enjoyed this, make sure to like and subscribe.